everyone and welcome to another video from Mantua. I'm very excited to be filming this video today because I'm going to be sharing with you my new apartment, and I've already had people messaging me saying they're excited to see my new place and how I've decorated it, so I am happy to finally be sharing it with you. There are obviously things that are not finished yet that I still plan to change. I've only just moved here, but with the way things have worked out so far, I am happy, and I'll show you what I've done and what I plan to still change and improve upon. So let's start from the main entrance, which is just behind me, and you can see that it's in this kind of arched entry hall, which I really love the arch. And then I'll just turn the light on. So this is the front door where you come in, and to the right there's this cool big chair. It's really massive, it's kind of like a throne. It's a really oversized chair and this lovely old mirror. And since this place is furnished, this already came in the apartment. My shoes lined up here, as did the rug and the vase. And then there's another nice print here that has a nice picture of, oh, I believe it's Verona, yeah, Verona, which is a nearby town, which I really like. And then you come in the entry hall into the living room. So coming from the entrance hall, I'm now in the living room, and I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit dark in here because there's only two windows and they're not that big and they're north facing, so it is often quite dark in here and I have to put the lights on. However, it does mean that it's cool, and when it's so hot outside, it's nice to come into the living room and for it to just be nice and cool. So it's alright, and it's a lovely historic building, so I feel like it's worth having a little bit less light just for how pretty it is, because look at these ceilings. They're beautiful. They're lovely old timber frame ceilings, and then you can see there's the entrance, and the kitchen is in the arch that's just opposite. And there's this nice cupboard when you walk in, and quite a few fake plants, which I love because I don't have to worry about keeping them like watered or anything, but they just look really nice. There's that nice tree, there's some framed art which was already here, and then, like I said, the big lovely cupboard, which is good for storage for like my art supplies, model making materials for architecture, etc. That's what I've kept in there. I've decorated this myself, so here I have like a wicker basket that I brought for like food shopping and stuff, that's filled with tote bags and some other kind of grocery shopping bags, which are quite cute, and I just keep those there so they're just right by the door when I leave. And then I have a statue, this little painting which I brought from home, which reminds me of the English countryside, and then some notebooks, yeah, other framed things that I have. This frame I got really cheap at Emmaus in France, which is like this kind of charity shop thing where you get secondhand things. It was really cheap. And then I got this postcard somewhere else because I collect antique postcards, and it fits perfectly inside because it's shorter than an average postcard, but this one had like a white strip at the end, so I just trimmed it off and put it in, and I think it's really pretty. This framed print I got at a brocante in Paris. And then this little perfume bottle, it belonged to someone in my family. I can't remember if it's my great-grandmother or something like that, but it's very pretty. And yes, some more things, more notebooks. I have more notebooks than I use. I buy them and they're so pretty I never want to use them, but I am starting to force myself to get through my notebooks, so yeah. And then I have an Eiffel Tower, another little Eiffel Tower, lots of Eiffel Towers just to remind me of Paris. And again, this is a cheap frame that I got from TK Maxx, which I love the kind of traditional style, and I got this print really cheap at a charity shop as well, and I just put that inside. I think the effect is quite nice. So they're the decorations that I have along here. And then in this gap, there was originally this ugly metal frame kind of shelf thing, which is in the corner of doom. The corner of doom is something that I try to forget, and I will show you later. Maybe someone will have some ideas of how I can fix the corner of doom, because at the moment it's an issue, but we'll get back to that in a second. But this is where that cupboard used to be, and it's the perfect space for my piano, so that's where I've put it. It looks really lovely, and it's right by the window as well, so even though the apartment's quite dark, it gets lots of light when I'm playing on the music. And then here I've put the little hand-painted jug and bowl that I bought in Spain, which I really love, and it reminds me of my holiday, and I feel like it just, the white and blue looks quite good on the white piano. And then here there are some bookshelves which are built in and were already here, and the amount of books I brought from England is perfect because it literally fits perfectly. So on the top shelf I have more of my like antique vintage style books, and another framed print, and then on the bottom shelf I have the newer ones, Yeah, in varying languages. I have a bunch of French ones that I can keep practicing my French, loads of English ones, of course. And then I also have some Italian ones. You can see some of them here. I have some more dotted around, which I've only read, okay, this one's an Italian one, and I have read this one. I understood it, but my Italian, let's say, is still a work in progress. So these ones, for example, that I bought by a really famous author. It's a really famous series that's been made into an HBO series, but I started reading it a while ago and then it was a little bit challenging, so I decided once I improved a little bit more I would try again. So they're waiting to be read, and the day my Italian is good enough to read them, I will feel a sense of achievement because I'll know that living here I've already improved. So I don't know when I'll try to read them again, maybe in like a month or something, month or two. But yes, they're kind of a progress marker. I have them because I wanted to read them in the original language, and when I'm good enough I will feel good about myself for having improved so much. But anyway, that's my bookshelf space, which I love how it's come together, and like I said, the perfect amount of books. I don't know how I did that, but I'm very pleased that they fit so well. And then here I have my scrapbooking hamper, which is a Fortnum and Mason one, and it has all my scrapbooking supplies inside. You can see that I'm struggling to close it because it's kind of overloaded with stuff, but yes, I have that, and a picnic blanket if I ever go on picnics, because you never know, you have to be prepared. And then here is the sofa, which is also a sofa bed. So that's really good because when I have friends who visit, I can open it up and they can sleep here. And yes, this situation. So basically, this framed print, like the other ones here, was hung up. And the way they're hung up is there's this, okay, I'll show you. There's a metal wire, which you can see here, and a little hook at the end, and then this side kind of ties up and was hanging. There's a hook up there, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, there. And the tied up bit was like knotted around that, and that was hanging here. But a few days ago, okay, I was sitting in my bed in the evening, I can't remember what I was doing, reading, and then I hear a bang come from the living room. And I didn't know what the sound was. And you know when you first move into an apartment and you get like new apartment jitters? I don't know, I get that and I feel a bit scared. And then obviously after a few days you kind of don't feel scared anymore in your own place because it's your house. But when you're somewhere new, I feel scared to like walk around alone at night. So I was like, you know what, I'll lock my bedroom door and then in the morning I'll go in and see what the noise was. I thought that perhaps something had fallen, like someone upstairs had dropped something on the floor, so I heard a bang, but I didn't know what it was. I ignored it. The next morning I came in and I looked around and couldn't see anything wrong. And I was like, oh, it probably was someone who dropped something on the floor. And I'm walking around my apartment and I trip on something on the floor. I look down and it's that wire. And then I'm like, where did this come from? I look and realise that the framed painting had fallen and it had landed on the sofa, but I hadn't noticed in the morning when I looked around that it was on there and that it wasn't hanging up. So somehow this fell and landed perfectly on the sofa and balanced, which is lucky because if it had fallen and broken, like if the glass broke or if the painting itself had broken, I don't know what that would mean for me because like I said, that was already here in the apartment when I moved in and I would not want to be responsible for damaging it. So thankfully it is undamaged. I've contacted the agency because I can't hang it back up again myself. I have no clue how the wire thing broke. And they said that when I come back, because I'm going away soon, when I come back they'll send someone to fix it. Thank goodness. But yeah, that is the situation with that. And then yeah, by the sofa there is my dining table, which looks like this. And I love it because all the furniture here is a lovely traditional dark wood, really pretty. I like the detailing on the chairs and everything, and it's quite like a rustic wood. And yeah, there's another rug. So that's what my living room looks like. And I love it. And then I also love the fact that on the floor there's these lovely kind of like ceramic tiles, which is quite traditional Italian. So I just love the vibe of this living room. And going into the kitchen, okay, so you'll have to excuse the rubbish bags because the only bin they provided is this little one, which anyway, I don't really like the ugly green. And then the thing is, they're very particular about rubbish in Mantua. So like they have different separations for the different types of rubbish. So you've got paper, glass and cans, organic waste, and then plastic, and then like normal unrecyclable rubbish you can put in whatever bag you want. But there's so many bags and they're kind of see-through, and they literally, the bags are kind of transparent so you can see inside, and the rubbish collection men are very picky. So if you have like the wrong type of rubbish in the wrong bag, they put a sticker on saying that they won't take it and to fix it. Yeah, I have to like sort, as I'm throwing stuff away, things into the correct bags because I don't want to have to rummage through rubbish once I've already put it into one big bag. So I have these separate bags lining my kitchen floor, and I need to get some big bins to put them in. But then I don't know as well, because I have 5 different types of rubbish and I can't have 5 massive bins lining my kitchen. So I need to figure out how this is going to be sorted out, because I can't have them here, it's so ugly. But I haven't got bins yet because they weren't here and I haven't seen any around or had time to go and look for them either. So yeah, I'll need to get some bins, and there's not a bin in the bathroom, so I feel like I might move this tiny one into the bathroom for like bathroom rubbish and then have bigger ones here, because anyway this one is a bit too small for me. So yeah, that's the bin situation. But apart from that, I love this kitchen. It's got another arched entrance, so I feel like this looks really pretty. And then coming in, there's a massive fridge and yeah, a dishwasher, which I never use because with one person I feel like it's so pointless. I might as well just wash my dishes by hand. So there's that, I don't use it. Also, these hooks were not here when I moved in, but I bought a pack of hooks and stuck them up for tea towels because I just feel like I need somewhere to hang them. I can't even really hang them from handles or something because they face vertically, not horizontally. So that was quite a good solution, and I feel like it looks quite good and makes sense by the sink. And then here there's a shelf which I've decorated kind of like Italian style. So I have this little ceramic pot with lemons on, some Italian themed tins that I bought with panettone inside for Christmas, and I've kept the tins because they're so pretty. So I've got those with different things inside. I think this one has tea inside, so I brought a lot of tea from England. And there's another one here which has like spices and random cooking stuff in that I don't necessarily use that often, so I can get that out when I need it. Then I have a Sicilian ceramic head, which is traditional from there, and this is an egg cup that my sister got as a present from Spain as well, so just a bit of a mix of things. Pasta, obviously, lots of pasta. These 2 jars were already in the apartment, which is nice, so I've just cleaned those and filled those up with pasta. This mug, which I got from Paris, which I use for my morning coffee, and my prized morning coffee maker, which I got last Christmas and which I love, it's so pretty. And yes, another egg cup, and then this cake mold which I got from Strasbourg in France when I went there for Christmas. It's like a traditional cake mold, and I just feel like the colours all go together really well, so I love this shelf that I've put together. And then yes, I have coffee. I mean, this is empty, but I did have some biscuits in here which have since been eaten, but I don't really store sugar because I don't use it in coffee or anything, so I feel like this will be a cookie jar rather than a sugar jar. And then yeah, this one has the coffee for the coffee maker. And I love these jars because they're really pretty, and they're kind of like Italian tiles. But I got this on sale in TK Maxx, both of them in England, before moving here. So I feel like they're really pretty and just match the vibe of the kitchen. And then yes, another hand-painted mug from Italy that I got, I think in Sorrento many years ago. And another one. So these are like collected over the years on different holidays, but altogether they just kind of give that Italian vibe. And then yeah, more kitchen supplies, kind of boring stuff. A gas cooker, which I've never used a gas cooker before. I've only ever had electric hobs, so that was fun to use for the first time. And it actually heats things up more quickly, so I've been enjoying using this, and there's more control over how big the flame is rather than just having the settings for an electric one, so I actually really like this. Yeah, my little ingredients corner. This bowl I've bought since moving here because I feel like it's really cute, and I use it to have like yogurt in as a snack, or I don't know, to put olive seeds in when I'm eating olives. It's just quite handy to have. This one's one I got in Sicily last year. And then yeah, some shot glasses, which I haven't used it, but I've got 5 of these because there's one for each of the towns in Cinque Terre. So Vernazza, Rio Maggiore, etc. Like all of the towns have their own one, which is really cute, and there's a painting of the 5 different towns. This I bought, it's a tablecloth that I bought in Carrefour, so it's quite cheap. Oops, I dropped the hanger for it. But basically, it's really pretty, and I bought it as an attempt to try to hide the corner of doom, which again is yet to be revealed, but you'll see it shortly, because I thought I could kind of like cover it a bit like a curtain so you couldn't see it. But it didn't really work, so I have this tablecloth, which is really pretty anyway, and I'll probably just use it as a tablecloth or something because I love the pattern on it. But yes, I'm struggling to hide this corner of doom. and I'll show you why in a second. But yeah, that's my kitchen. It's a shame it hasn't got like a window by it because it's the other side of the living room, but I love it nonetheless. Oh yeah, there's also this massive print which I don't really like either. Print, I think it's actually an original painting as well. I mean, yeah, it's just not really my style. I suppose it goes with the bright colours of my kitchen, but it's just not what I would choose. And the way it's hung as well, I don't know if you can see, it's like properly, I don't know, there's no way I can take it down and nowhere I could put it anyway, even if I wanted to temporarily take it down. So I'm going to have to live with that print, which, again, like I said, it's not my favourite, but it's not the end of the world. It's just not the vibe I would go for. Anyway, so that's the kitchen. And then moving on, so that's the living room, and then it connects through this door into the next space, which is the corner of doom. I'll put a little light on so you can see. But basically, first things first, on the left there's a lovely shoe storage cupboard which has all my shoes in and is very convenient because it keeps them out of the way. And then here is the corner of doom in its full ugly self. Basically, this is the metal shelf rack thing that was where the piano is now, which is over there. And I've moved it here. I thought potentially I could put it in the kitchen as extra storage, but it just ended up being too big. It didn't really fit, which again, I was going to put the tablecloth over it to kind of like have a curtained storage area, but it just didn't work. So I have that, which I don't know what to do with. This other big metal shelf that was already here, and there's some cleaning supplies. There's cardboard boxes that I moved in with. There's a kind of wardrobe thing that has random cleaning stuff in, and also that cardboard box which has my like bubble wrap and everything that I moved in with, and the ladders, etc, etc. And I'm kind of stuck with this corner because it looks ugly. I wish this was an enclosed storage unit with like maybe a cupboard door where everything was, you know, you could open the cupboard and get your cleaning stuff, but then you can't see it because this is really ugly. And I don't know what to do with this. If anyone has any suggestions or ideas, please, you know, comment them below. I was considering possibly getting like one of those racks that you can like, curtains that you kind of pull up across, like the ones for baths, and then covering it with a curtain. And I feel like if everything was a bit smaller, so let's say this was shorter and I rearranged the boxes so this shelf could be pushed back and it was behind this like outer bit of wall and it was from here, it would have worked if I enclosed that space. But the fact that this comes so far forwards, it doesn't really work because it would just, the curtain would be so close to the door and cover the switches, so it wouldn't work. So I'm stuck with this kind of ugly space that I don't know what to do with. And I'm hoping I can try to figure out some sort of solution. If not, I might just have to live with this and pretend it's not there, but I don't like it. So ideally, I would figure out a solution for that. And then to the left is my bathroom, which, I mean, there's not much to say about it. I'm quite spoilt because I have both a walk-in shower and a bath, which is the height of luxury for me. And there's these kind of clothes drying racks above, and then a bidet, which is very Italian, a lovely big sink, and I've since moving in bought this laundry basket because I didn't have a laundry basket and I really like it, and it's nice kind of traditional wicker style. And yeah, that is my bathroom. I don't really have much more to say about that. I've got some nice storage space. And this is my washing machine. I'm lucky I have a washing machine in the apartment already. It's weird because it's like in England, you only ever get ones that open from the front, but this opens from the top and you have to kind of open the thing up like this, which I've never seen before. So that was new to me, to see a washing machine like this. But yeah, I like the bathroom. I don't really have anything else to say, but it's just convenient. It's big. Yeah, it's got a light on the mirror, so it's nice to do makeup in the morning. But yeah, the fact I have both a bath and a shower is definitely luxurious. And then across the hallway there's my bedroom, where I've got a massive bed. This is another thing that I need to kind of sort out because I thought before coming that I had a double bed. So I bought a bunch of bedding, bed sheets for a double bed, tried to put my bed sheet on the bed, and it didn't fit because the bed is bigger. I mean, not to complain that I have a big bed, because obviously that's another point of luxury for me in this apartment, that I have so much space to sleep in just for myself, but it means I don't have a bed sheet to put on it. And the problem was I had elasticated bed sheets, so I couldn't even just lay it across the bed to sleep on. Like, they don't physically fit on the bed. Luckily, I brought a single like non-fitted bed sheet, just the kind of flat ones, which my mum had packed for me, saying I could use it as a tablecloth because it works quite well as a white crisp tablecloth. But I've laid that on the bed in the area that I sleep in. Actually, it covers most of the bed. It's just the sides that look a bit dodgy because they're not covered by the bed sheet. So at the moment I've got that on there, and I've been looking for king size bed sheets, but I can't find any. I don't know what to do. When I go to Albania soon to visit my family, I might have to look around there if I can find any bed sheets to bring back with me, because for some reason there's no shops here that just sell ordinary bed sheets. So yeah, that's my bed situation. But I have this nice green velvet, what do you call it, like a quilt that I have across the end. It's a bit crumpled, sorry about that. But yeah, that's my bed. And then there's this nice chest of drawers, which is empty because I have so much storage that I don't even need this. I have nothing in here, it's literally empty. And then here I have my perfumes, this painting, which, I'll try to get the reflection off of it, but I actually painted this myself. So yes, admire my painting abilities. And I got this frame quite cheap in TK Maxx, again. Although it was quite a challenge to get that painting in there because for some reason it had a generic print in it. So I assumed that it was just the frame that I was buying and that the print was not really like important. However, whoever put the print in there really did not want it to come out, because across all the back of it, the frame was stapled onto the kind of, what do you call it, the back of the frame. Because normally you can just twist the metal bits and take it out to replace the print, but they were stapled on. So I had to go around with like a staple remover, taking them all out, and they were really hard to take out. But eventually I managed to get my painting in, so that's in there, and it was actually the perfect size to fit it in. So I'm happy about that. And then I have some of my like jewelry in this cute little bag that I got on holiday as well. Where did I get this? I think I got this in Portofino. It's like a handmade bag, which just looks quite cute. And then I have, yeah, more jewelry in this little jar. Another print. I bought this frame since moving to Mantova. I found this in Flying Tiger and it was only €3, and I have this antique postcard, which again I already had in my collection, which I put in here, and I think it just looks really cute, especially because this kind of red colour matches the red velvet at the bottom of my jewellery thing. It just like all ties together really nicely. And these two are prints that I am yet to frame. So this one I got in Paris at this traditional hand printing place called Antoinette's Poisson. And they use like 18th century printing techniques. I don't know if you've watched that vlog, but I show in the vlog where I buy it and the place that I go to and everything. But yes, I love this print, but I need a frame print. It's quite big, so I haven't found one that fits yet that's affordable. And then in here I have a print of Paris, like a map, which I can show you if you like. And again, I'm yet to find a frame for this one. If I can open it up. This one is really pretty because it has all the monuments in Paris. I don't know if the lighting is very good this way around. I'll turn around. So yeah, all the monuments in Paris are illustrated so beautifully. Yeah, so I really love this print, but again, I need to find a frame for it. So yeah, at the moment these two are just kind of placed here temporarily, but they will need to be framed, and either, I don't know if I'll keep them here or if I'll move them somewhere else. I bought those sticky strips to hang pictures on that don't damage the wall, so I could potentially hang something over my bed, which might be quite nice. And maybe the bigger print, but I don't know yet, so they're just there for now. And then I have two bedside tables, which are plastic but painted this colour to kind of resemble metal, which I would have preferred if they were a nice wood like this, but they're okay. They serve as storage. And I mean, this one has random stuff on it, like a teddy bear that I got at my graduation in Bath, and then this box, which is kind of for storage, and just some more kind of storagey boxes, which I didn't know where to put any of this stuff, so it's just here for now. But I will need to, I don't know, decorate this a bit more nicely, and the other side's empty as well. I'm thinking of potentially getting like bedside lamps, because I mean this room has another problem with lighting because there's no ceiling lamp or anything. There's just that light, which to be fair in the evening does illuminate the room very well, but it's just, I feel like it'd be nice to have something on either side of the bed and more as a reading light as well. That would be quite good. But they're just there for now, they need to be decorated. Oh, I just realised I've never shown you the view from the windows yet. That's one of the best things about this apartment. The view from the window is beautiful, and that's part of the reason why I love this apartment so much and why I got it, because when I did the, oh no, there's a bug on the window. But basically the estate agency did a video tour for me before I signed the contracts and everything. And one thing that was not in the images that I requested during that video tour was to see the view out the window. And when they showed me, I just fell in love with this place. So basically there, where there's the wall, in between this wall and that wall, there is a river. You can actually see the reflection of the water on the shadow of the wall. But yeah, there's a river which goes across, which is really beautiful. And I think you can see here, yeah. Ooh, it's not going to focus because there's basically a net on the other side of the window to keep out bugs, which is why there's loads of bugs that you can see on the camera like that one, because there's a net keeping them out. But basically, yeah, there's a bridge there which isn't going into focus on the camera that goes over the river, and it's just really beautiful. And then obviously the view of those buildings is also lovely, so I love to see this view out of my windows. And then yes, this side of the bedroom, the whole wall is covered in wardrobe space. So for me, as a girl with lots of clothes, this is a dream to have all this for myself. And to be fair, there's so much wardrobe space that is too much. Like I said, I'm not even using the chest of drawers, and then a lot of this is empty. But it does mean that I can spread out my clothes a lot, so on the shelves, I don't need to pack them tightly. I can just lay everything out so it's easier to sort through, and I don't make a mess when I'm looking for something to wear. So I have a lot of space. And it's quite nice because in this store, both sides have mirrors on. So when I'm getting ready in the mornings, I can use these mirrors. So yeah, that's really convenient. And yeah, also because that's where the charger is. So for example, if I'm drying my hair or straightening it, I can plug it in and get ready here in the mornings. And then on the inside of this door, I have like a memory wall, which I won't zoom into too much because there's like stuff written and pictures of people who may not want to be in my vlog. But I love to have this just to see in the mornings and to remember my friends and family and stuff like that. So I have this little memory wall inside this door, and yes, lots more storage that is, I'm not going to show you because that's kind of boring, but yeah, the fact that I have lots of storage is great. And I feel like the bed as well needs to be vamped up a bit because it's a bit boring right now. I would like to get some like cushions to put here, maybe another set of pillows because I only have one for each side. So if I have more pillows and cushions, I just feel like it will look nicer. But I don't even have bed sheets, so at this point, you know, it will do. And yeah, that's the whole apartment tour. So I hope you enjoyed looking around my apartment and that you found this interesting. I don't know if this is a boring vlog because I'm literally just going through my living space, but like I said, people were saying they're looking forward to it, so I hope that you did enjoy looking around this space. I know that I am quite nosy when it comes to looking around people's houses, so it is something that I would have enjoyed to watch. And yes, I will keep you updated in future videos when I get things to improve my different spaces and show you how I change it. Another thing I want to get is for the living room actually. So I have the sofa, but on this big bit of floor space there's nothing, and I would like to get a coffee table because I feel like that's missing. I have this little dining table, but for when I'm sitting here, it'd be nice to have a little table, even for when I have guests around or something, to just use to put, I don't know, a glass of water on or snacks would just be handy. So I feel like that's something else I want to get to finish off the space. But apart from that, like I said, for now, I'm very happy with how everything's come together. And yes, I think that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it. And also, if you have any ideas for the Corner of Doom, please comment them down below because I'm in need of inspiration. And yes, subscribe to my channel to join me on more adventures in Italy. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!